NCRP Productions presents Feast of Legends, the Wendy's role-playing game. Order number 11.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro and welcome back to another episode of Feast of Legends. Let's go ahead and introduce... Okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to restart that because of your face.
It was swaggy.
No, your face.
It was ripped with swag.
Super fucking fresh, bro.
I don't want swag. Hey everybody, we're
100.
at Feast of Legends again.
No cap.
No cap.
On God, fam.
Well, we had a lot of people talking. Let's go ahead and introduce people. So I guess we'll just stick with that intro. Let's go start with you.
Hi, my name is Mike, and I'm going to be playing Elados del Arctique of the Order of the Frosty.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Cranston Tater, the Order of the Baconator Fries. Vote for Pedro.
Wow, a very relevant quote. I like
Exactly. Very timely. Thank you, Barry. Appreciate that.
I got skills.
I'm John.
No, it's my turn!
I'm John, and I'll be playing Jules Leotard. How you like them apples? It's another movie reference.
And that movie reference is Jane Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Yeah, I got her number.
One sec. John, the order?
Oh, yeah, an order of fries for me, please. Thank you.
I'm Sequoia and I'm running... Fuck, I forgot!
Sequoia will be running Lady Knight Holsteena of the Order of the Baconator.
Correct.
Good job. Hey,
I'm
back to me.
Sequoia!
It's Sequoia, don't interrupt Dave, okay?
Yeah, I'm the Dave.
I'm really excited to play tonight. I ruined everything.
Oh, look. Oh, yep. John is getting murdered on the ground. There it is. And the head comes off.
My body. I'm
Oh,
dying.
there, his body is in pieces. Oh, Mike has joined in on the fight, helping Sequoia.
I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you!
Kick him in the nuts!
We're not keeping any of that, right? You want to start again?
We should probably start again. All right, we'll start again.
Are we really starting again? Don't start again. Just go. Just go.
I love it.
All right, so moving forward, welcome back, everybody. So last time, quick recap, you guys did some things. In this town, you guys, after defeating Cranston, went out, seen the crowd of people.
Oh, we did a lot of stuff.
But before that, you guys also decided to step in and cook food for the people of this town because the workers all left. So after cooking a meal, you guys went out, spoke to the crowd, realized that there was a big kerfuffle between the workers and the managers and supervisors. You were able to get the manager there to sit down with you and talk, and after talking with the manager and showing the manager the old employee handbook from your time, the manager was much more likely to work with you and the workers. Now, you all decided to go to the Inquisition stronghold locally, and let Oldman Gary and the manager, whose name was Morst Horst, work together to bring back these old rules if possible. You all went up to the Inquisition stronghold locally, up at the top of that hill, where you were stopped by an Inquisition soldier.
Terrence.
Named
Right.
Terrence.
Elados' human pet.
Yes, Terrence Dactyl, who you guys talked to and made realize that he could serve the Inquisition by also following you all around. So after getting your new NPC, he led you through the Inquisition stronghold to where all the Inquisition soldiers were, up some stairs and through some big doors, as it usually is. And that's when you all walked in on the lead Inquisitor here and several of his knights.
I believe Lady Knight Holsteena kicked the door in.
That's all I do, baby.
That's right, you
Yeah.
did. You kicked the door in. Now, they all, at this point, have turned to you. Barry, do you have written down how many people are there?
What
Did
the
I
fuck
say?
are we trying to do anyways? Yeah.
No, actually, I was
can't go
looking.
open
The
the door
only
for
thing
what?
that I have
Yeah.
is
Great
we have the
question.
pictures of all 5 of the Council of Finance.
To make them take back their request for backup, right? That's what we're here for?
I think so.
Come on, Barry.
You're the one who takes notes.
You're
I
the
do the best I
guy.
can.
It probably is a great idea.
Because
if
we figured
remember-
out
if
the
we figure
manager
out-
side, so now we were coming here so that we could make them rescind their request for backup.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
It seems like they told us that they can't recall the tweets.
Right.
Right, but they could send
Yes.
word saying that it was okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
I
what
get-
our plan is?
And then our plan after that, I do remember the plan after was to go back to Queen Wendy and speak with her about the injustices, etc., that were happening here.
All right. So what we're here to do is to make these guys send a bird saying everything's fine.
Yes, Bluebird,
And okay.
one of the tweets.
Yes.
All right. I black out on Mondays. Like I remember coming in and leaving, and everything else is a blur.
And so you have kicked the door open. There is the head inquisitor here. Along with him are 4 other Inquisition soldiers. They are all surrounding a table that looks like it has a small little map of the area, and there, this little town you're in is all mapped out and has little pieces.
It's got all the, he's got the little hockey stick, and he's
Yes.
moving around like the castle in the night. And the,
Yes,
Okay.
and you'll
Just
see
a chessboard.
that there are 4 pieces on there that look like just little knickknacks. Like one's a rock, one's I don't know,
shoe, a thimble, and a dog.
and an old fry. One of them's an old French fry.
That one's Jules.
That one's Jules.
Oh, hello.
And they all seem to be, they were talking about something pretty serious. And I will also mention this room has multiple tables and looks like it could seat, a couple dozen more knights. You only see the 5 of them in here. And they all look up at you. The head inquisitor you see there, both by his inquisitorial cloak and his upgraded biggie armor, that is a deeper dark blue than the rest of them. Yes.
Flashback to right outside in the hallway where we made some decisions, which I don't remember that we did, but we should probably do that now. So we're flashbacking. What the fuck are we gonna do here?
We say we push Terrence in and make him talk.
No.
Hey, I'm here.
No, we're here to bring, in an effort of peace, to reunite Freshtovia as it was when we last walked here.
Okay,
So
I agree with you.
We're
so-
gonna bust through this door,
Yep.
and we're
In
gonna.
the most peaceful way possible.
Well, I
And we're
think I think
gonna-
we're gonna have you kick the door in. Is what we'll do.
Of course,
Okay.
what else would we do? And then we're gonna assure them that we're here in peace, as long as they meet our demands.
Got it.
So
Okay.
should we pull out our weapons?
I don't think we should enter with the weapons.
No, but if they don't agree, then we go from there.
Okay.
We already have the workers and the managers kind of possibly working
And
towards a
specifically,
common
what we
goal.
want them to do is a return to the old handbook.
Yes,
Okay.
And possibly renouncing the
financial
what the
men.
heck's it called?
Council.
Council.
Why
of
can't we
Finance.
remember
I
that?
don't know.
I only
Council of
said it like a
Finance.
million.
I know.
I just got kicked in the head by a donkey.
I have Council of Finance.
Thanks, Barry.
All right. That's the part I wrote down.
All right, zooming back into
So we
now.
out of the
Yeah.
Wait, so we
flashback.
back out really quick. What
Flash
do you
forward.
want me to do?
Shut the fuck up.
Be nice to him.
No.
No, honestly, that's much nicer than I'm usually talked to.
So flash forward.
Okay.
Okay, so you have kicked open the door.
We're here in peace.
You'll see the. Oh, go ahead.
As long as you meet our demands.
So the head inquisitor there looks up. His big top of tree beard on his face. Imagine 2 redwood trees going out of his beard, and
Branches?
mustache. Yeah, it's very, very festive. And he says, "I am guessing you're the 4.
We
then."
are
And
the
then
heroes of the Empire.
And Terrence.
Oh, that's right. And Terrence.
Hey, I'm here. Hey, Inquisitor Pine, I'm here. And so the Inquisitor will say, yes, hello, Inquisitor Terrence.
He's a junior Inquisitor.
I have been hearing from my soldiers of some goings-ons in the town, some issues with the workers, and you see all of them have not reached for their sword yet, but actually, you know what? Everybody give me a intelligence check. DC 13.
Fail.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, you got a dirty 20.
I got a 19.
Nice. Fail. Elados and Lady Knight Holsteena, you both notice that they're pretty nervous. You two rolled high enough both that you notice that while Inquisitor Pine looks seasoned, the other two, or the other four, they don't look as confident. You'll see a couple, and actually, especially you, Lady Knight Holsteena, in your time, your knights and soldiers would not be able to have their, their belts not fully cinched, their cloaks slightly askew.
Out of compliance!
They are not in a very compliant manner. And they look quite nervous. So they say, you have demands then. We've also had word of the happenings at one of the fry farms to the south.
Barely.
I'm sorry, was that a confirmation that yes, you know what I'm speaking of?
Which farm would it be? And I'm definitely
It's
leaning
going
in.
really good.
He says it was farm number 14. That was the one I said, I'm pretty sure.
Would I know that that's not my farm?
Yes, you would know that's not
So
your farm.
I will visibly relax.
Yes. The famishing of 2 supervisors.
I believe that was inadvertent.
We come in peace. We are confident we can find a resolution to the situation.
The workers, the managers, they've already joined in our cause.
Agreed.
We are turning back to the old ways, sir. And I think that we all agree that you shall not stand in our way.
So, from what I'm hearing, you're saying that they're unionizing with one another?
That is the word we would use. We are all a union under the great rule of Queen Wendy.
We are all united under Wendy.
Thank you.
All glory to her.
Praise be her name.
And unto you.
And you'll see he lowers his hand to his side and he's tapping. It's kind of on his little belly, which the armor is shaped around that. There is a copy of the new employee handbook there, another kind of ornate-looking one.
An illuminated copy. An illuminated copy.
Yes.
I'm going to say, cast aside your ill-begotten tome. Fuck, I fucked that up.
Tomb Tome.
Do it
starting
again.
over.
Tomb Tome.
I had like a whole thing, and then I got distracted thinking about what you were saying. Cast aside your...
Damn it, Pedro.
Cast aside... I don't remember. It's okay. It'll come back to me.
So what do you want to say?
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, can you say where he reaches towards the thing?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's reaching towards the thing, and then you say...
That's the part I don't remember.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
Okay.
So cutting that and...
That's what I was saying the whole
Yeah.
time. I don't remember.
Cut the whole thing. He reaches towards this thing.
Yes.
Okay. I say, do not reach for that heresy. We no longer wish to hear the sick words which emanate from it. The old ways are best, and we come to bring them back. I am no longer held back by any fear, for I have seen that the people are on our side. And you, holder of false authority, shall not impose this perverted will of Wendy any longer.
That was a very good speech.
Well said, Jules.
Thank you.
Yes, I mean... Wait, no, I'm sorry. we've received word that you are who you are, that you are the Four, but I'm still awaiting word whether you have true authority.
I tell you now, do what tastes right.
Okay. And as he goes to speak again, the door that's to the side wall to you guys will fling open, and you'll hear like a fluttering as it does, and coming out of the door that's just swung open is an old man who has like long white hair that's kind of blue tinged at the base of it. He has these long blue robes with like a yellow cloak on, these chains that have like these little bird trinkets on them. And he comes through. You'll also see a bunch of like little blue birds sitting on him, like nesting in his hair and stuff like that. And he comes through and says, "Inquisitor Pine, there's been a new twit. There's been a new twit. It's straight from Wendy herself." And you'll see as he raises his hand, there's like this little blue bird that has like a little crown on it and like a little cloak, and it's like adorned in little jewels and stuff. Definitely looks important.
Or official.
Yeah, or official.
Exhausted from flying with the damn cloak.
Exactly.
We look at its wings. They're massive.
Has big muscular arms. Just kind of do it, you know.
Ew.
Wings. Their arms that transform into wings when needed. No, that's the royal twit.
Ew.
And so he says, "I have this for you. Oh, it looks like we have visitors. Welcome." And so he starts walking over to the Inquisitor, not knowing what's going
I'm not
on.
gonna stop him.
No, I want to hear what she has to say.
Certainly this will secure our authority.
Yes.
We act only in the will of Wendy.
We are the Four.
And so he brings it over and says, "This is from Wendy herself. Do you want outsiders to hear it?" And then you'll see like a bird, like a little blue bird, hop up to this man's ears and says, "Oh, you're the Four! That's wonderful! This pertains to you!" And then the the little royal twit will hop over into the Inquisitor's hand, and he looks and he says, "Normally I would take these by myself, but I'm guessing you Four aren't going to leave."
I don't plan to.
Yes, we have authority to hear what she says about us. I mean, it's about us.
Then the 4 Inquisitors, soldiers, they look at Inquisitor Pine, and then look at you guys, and look at him. And Inquisitor Pine is sweating. He says, "I suppose you are correct, so let's see what the Queen has to say." And he pets the bird a little bit. The bird will flap its wings out, and yes, they're pretty muscular wings. And it will open its mouth. The voice is definitely not a bird, but it's a male voice, not Queen Wendy herself. And it says, "By the royal order of Queen Wendy and the Financial Council, it has been deemed that the 4, noted as Lady Knight Holsteena, Jules Leotard, Elados and Cranston Tater, have been declared heretical enemies of Frestovia and false. They shall be rounded up by Inquisitor Knights as soon as possible. It is said that they are at French Fry Farm number 3, and that is where they are located last by us. That's about all of it. Is there anything else you want? He says to somebody else on the side. Is there anything else you wanted me to say? No? Okay, well, that's it. And then the bird will bloop, close its mouth. And then the robed old man will say, "All right, well, that's the twit. That is you 4. So," and he takes like a step backwards and he says, "So, best to listen to our queen." Takes another step backwards to the door.
Does anyone think that sounded like this guy?
It definitely was not our queen.
Did the voice sound like his voice?
It was similar, yes. And so he backs up to the door and he says, "Yes, I mean, there's many of us in the order of the twit, so, we tend to sound like this a little bit." And my brother does work in the capital, so it could be him very well. Even I have a hard time telling.
Do we?
And he takes a step back.
Stop moving backwards.
Was tweeting a thing before we were frozen?
God, no.
No, not
She used
really.
letters.
Like there
And
was,
carrier pigeons.
yeah. This is something pretty brand new. The concept of messages with birds, yes, that's. But this bird speaking in a man's voice, no. By the way, the royal twit, jumps off the hand and flies very strongly over to the blue-robed man, and then now he's in the doorway and he says, "Okay, well, I'm going to go."
Terrence, stop him. We are still working here.
And you'll see the robed man say, "Terrence, don't you dare!" And Terrence takes a step forward and stops, and he says, well, I think that well, now I just don't know what to do.
Terrence, Dave always says, if you're at Wendy's, you chose wisely. You're at Wendy's, choose wisely.
They're making less and less
It's
Thank you, Cranston.
He looks at you guys, and he looks at the Inquisitors, and he looks at the blue-robed man who's wagging a finger out in front of him, and then he looks back at you guys, and he says, I remember. Terrence says, "Oh, well, yeah, actually, looking at everybody in the situation, I think I'm going to follow you guys."
Wise.
Sorry, Inquisitor Pine. Sorry, Jarnth. And then he runs over to the blue-robed guy.
I can't wait to see what Terrence does.
Oh my god, okay, he rolled high. He rolled an
Fuck.
18. So you
That's what I
see
get.
Terrence just hunker down and just go, "Ah!" He runs forward, and the blue-robed man puts his arms out to stop him. Terrence goes underneath the arms, grabs him by the waist, and just kind of lifts him up and says, "You're coming with me, old man." And then he turns to you guys, and you see he had a moment of energy, and now his legs are starting to shake a little bit.
Why did we want the old man?
I look at
want him to
Elados.
run away. He was trying to leave.
Okay, so at this point, the Inquisitor soldiers, they stand up. The four pull out their paring knives. The main Inquisitor, Inquisitor Pine, pulls out a frying pan from behind his back, and he says, I'm not really sorry, but you heard the decree."
I assure you, that was not from Wendy herself.
Then let us explain it to her. I mean, we certainly won't be captured, but we will go see her.
He says,
You may escort us.
"That is not what the message said."
I shall, again, without mincing words, suggest you choose wisely.
I ask you, sir, do you truly think you can overpower us? We're willing to go where you want us to go. I think you should call that a win.
Consider that you would be the Inquisitor Knight bringing the four to Wendy herself.
Okay, one of you.
Oh, I was gonna. Well, personally, friends, I see dispatching these people as an easier way to uniting or at least scattering the Inquisitors in this area.
My concern is we are not certain that Wendy is not at least complicit. What I mean to say by this is that some portion of what she is saying is not being followed correctly, but is being said.
We don't know that she said any of that.
No, we don't. But my fear is if we were to take action and she did say any portion of it, or had been involved in the rewriting of the employee handbook, or any of this, we need to make certain.
Can we use this discussion as an intimidation?
Yeah.
We're deciding if we should beat these guys up or not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very casual style.
So, what I say is one of you can go ahead and roll me a intimidation, or it would be a charm test, and you'll be at advantage.
You have +1 because of me.
I'll do it. 14.
14. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, you rolled a 4. So, you guys have said not only have you told him outright to make the right choice, but you then talked about this openly in front of him as he stood there practically frozen. And he
With
says,
weapons drawn.
Yes, with weapons drawn. And you'll also hear the robed man, unhand me! I can't unhand you! They haven't told me what to do yet! Also, it's been a minute. No, he's still, Terrence goes down to one knee for a second and then lifts him back up. While also they're kind of slap fighting each other. You'll see the royal twit is flying above the old man and just kind of like lets out a huff and flies just up and out. Inquisitor Pine will look at you all stricken and say, you know, I have been looking for a promotion, and while I think I could get that by killing you all, as the decree said...
Actually, the decree, if you remember, said we were heretical.
Oh, now
It did
he
not say kill on
remembers.
sight.
Do you happen to have one of the employee handbooks?
So I gave my old copy to that dude.
I guess the only copy that we established.
I mean,
You guys had a copy of the new one. I remember you grabbed it.
we had
we have a copy of it.
discussed rifling through the receptionist desks at this location, but I don't think we ever did. Unless we can flash.
So when none of us have.
No.
Okay. So he will slowly take with his offhand the employee handbook he has and flips through it as he kind of just sets his frying pan on the table. And he says, as well, the employee handbook states that which is determined to be heretical is that which is a consorter with the freeze and must be eradicated.
So I look real quickly left at Elados, and then look back at him.
And he says, but I've been thinking, and though I believe that me and my very capable, seasoned men here...
My very capable, seasoned men and I.
He looks away, demoralized. Also take 5 damage. That's for correcting the GM. And he
Grammar
said,
shaming.
I was correcting the character
Thank you.
Grammar shaming.
to beat him down.
and so he says, yes, my men and I could overtake you. But I think maybe bringing you into face trial could be a good thing. So, if you all will put on these manacles,
No.
I shake my head.
This is not going
if
to
you
happen.
all will put your hand, and he puts them away behind your back.
Where
the whole
is your
time.
stable? We require 4 horses.
In addition to the ones you will ride as you escort us.
As I command you now, we will go to the stables, and you will be given horses to ride back to Freshtovia to answer for your heretical crimes, as I've decreed.
I'm walking out of the room at this point.
Elados, what do you want Terrence to do with him?
And you'll see that...
Oh, Terrence.
Okay. You see that Terrence somehow still has a hold of the old man. It was just like, you have to let me go. I above you in station. You can't do this to me, Terrence.
They're both tired now.
Yeah.
Terrence, you do what you want with him. This is fine.
Says, okay, thanks. I don't really want to hold him anymore. And he just kind of tosses the old man. Whoa!
Oh,
And the old man falls. You'll hear like a
dies.
He says, oh, that hurt.
Oh.
I'm going to feel that in the morning.
Was he the Twit Master?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Thank you. And so Terrence comes over to you, just kind of dusting his hands off, and says, okay, so we're going. Am I still going with you? Do
I believe that's the only way that you will be able to escort us to Queen Wendy.
Okay,
Per
so
your decision.
yes.
Wrong guy.
Wrong guy.
This is our human pet.
Oh, I thought this was the...
No, this is your human pet.
Talents.
Uh,
Talents dactyl.
Elados?
Yes, you're coming with us.
Okay, am I am I a prisoner or am I an inquisitor? Because, I mean, I joined up with you guys, but it was to help the Inquisition better, but now you're heretical. Does that mean I'm heretical because I joined you?
Look, you are an inquisitor.
I think, okay, so I'm not heretical.
No.
And then he looks over at Pine, Inquisitor Pine's like gives him like kind of like a side head, like, I mean, he says, oh, that's not very confident.
This
building.
is kangaroo court.
I feel kind of stuck in the middle of this. Okay, then I'm going to escort with you to, I'm just gonna follow you. Actually, I'm tired. And then Inquisitor Pine says, well, let's go to the stables then, prisoners.
Very good.
And you guys will all pass Jarnth, the Twitmaster, as he lays on the ground. Oh, it hurts!
Oh, jeez.
He's just like popping open a paper packet of some kind of powder and eating it. Oh, this'll fix it, I'm sure.
Okay.
My healing herbs. Oh. Anywho, you guys leave down the hall as he's like, oh.
I'm currently saddling the fourth horse.
Yeah. Okay, so you all begin. So he tells you all right, you came up this way from the capital, yes? So, you know the way back?
We do.
This is our home. I know this place better than you do.
He says, I'm not sure about that, but... Oh boy, and he sees the look you just gave him.
I begin furiously writing.
Writing?
The horse?
Oh, riding. I was like...
I pull out my journal.
When Lady Night Holsteena starts journaling about you, ooh.
Okay, you guys just taking the same road you came up on back down?
We're actually, should we not get, in case we don't have one there, a copy of the old employee's handbook?
We're also kind of just leaving the managers and the people in a bit of a lurch here.
Which is why I think going and speaking to them while we retrieve it might be a good thing.
Yeah. I'll what's the word?
Parlay.
Adjust my... I am writing in my journal.
Oh, you are right.
Yeah, I'm writing furiously in my journal. I have not gone anywhere.
Okay, excellent. So you did pull out your journal and are writing furiously.
Head Inquisitor Knight, what shall we call you?
Inquisitor Pine.
Inquisitor Pines. Inquisitor Pines, I believe, to keep the peace, we should head quickly back into town so that we can speak to the rabble that is there, that is presently in process of revolt, and tell them to await the command of Queen Wendy.
And he looks back, and you guys are just a couple minutes out of town.
Well, no, we haven't
No?
left. We're in the stables.
Different left?
I would have said this before we left.
Okay, excellent. But
Remember, she was furiously writing, not writing.
yes.
We're actually back in the castle. I just decided.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No,
Actually,
we're not there.
Oh, okay. Don't play with us, John. We are in the stables.
While you guys are in the stables and asking him this, he will say, well, it is on the way out of town. I suppose you guys can speak to the rabble and I can see what is going on here so that when I return, we can handle it.
I just nod my head.
And he says, all right, move on.
Okay.
He says with some authority.
While we're moving towards the rabble, as we're affectionately calling them, I do want to speak to Mr. Pine. How do you think you're going to handle the people here until we receive the true edict from Queen Wendy in her own voice, face to face? Can we trust that you will not treat them violently?
He's coming with us. He will not.
Your knights, then.
He says, well, he looks around, he says, my knights are all present right now. There was some more, but they are on leave currently. But this is more than enough.
Do I believe him?
Yes.
Oh.
Or you can roll, is what I mean. Sorry.
That's interesting.
You can roll. Sorry,
Isn't-
let's go back. Hold on. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Oh.
I rolled a 12.
A 12. Yes. You believe that he is telling you the truth.
This is a small force to hold sway over so many workers. Have they been so beaten down and demoralized? This is a bad sign.
Will take some time to rebuild their confidence.
My friends, I want you to consider something. A number of the knights, as he said, are not here.
Give us an exact number.
Why would I...
Now!
He says, look, the people here work for the betterment of everybody. They work for Queen Wendy, for the Inquisition, so that we can better protect them from the freeze.
That was never the way. The way was always the people worked for the people. And Wendy, the good queen, worked for the people as well. And there was no Inquisition, and everything was good.
He says,
If everyone works for the Inquisition now, I again go to the good book. Dave said, having no choice is no fun.
and so he'll
one.
stop writing, and he tells his men to stop, and he says, stop for a moment. He looks around at you four, and he says, you weren't here. You were the heroes of this place, and you did a great good by taking down the Ice Jester. But you weren't here for afterwards. You didn't see the famines, the deaths. You didn't see the aftermath of what happened, what the Inquisition corrected. We did your job. And you're coming back to tell us that we're wrong? That this, and he taps his little book, written by Queen Wendy herself and the Financial Council, is heretical, is bad? Who are you to tell us that?
We seek not to force a way, but surely you can agree that this is not serving the people. Perhaps it did in times of war and famine, but at this point, I mean, the way that the working class is treated, there must be a better way. And we are steadfast in our belief that we can help find the better way.
I joined the Inquisition because I believed in Wendy. I believed in this way. I saw what the aftermath was. I saw my friends and family famish around me. I knew about you when I was younger, but your memory didn't keep me fed. So I will lead you back to Queen Wendy. But then you'll have to answer to her. And you'll have to tell her directly how her initiatives, how her writings are wrong. Let's go speak to the people.
I am effectively disheartened
Yeah, I feel
and
shamed,
feel shame.
morally spanked.
The clip-clop
Laid low.
of...
I was gonna call this guy Chris Pine, and now I don't feel like I want to make fun of him.
Yeah, are we the assholes?
We might be the assholes.
It's a concern. It is definitely a concern. At
Was
this
the Cranch Knight like a good guy?
I
didn't
just don't
seem
feel
like
like
he
that
seemed-
could have been.
I mean, he
Maybe great ideas misguided.
was gonna suffocate all those people, right? Yeah, yeah, like that was real.
We had to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we are in the right. This is fine.
Yeah, okay.
I think you guys were in the right.
Thanks,
Terrence is
Thank you,
right.
Don.
Terrence has
God,
been there
where
the
did you
whole
come from?
He's actually sitting on the back of your horse.
It's not.
He's right next to you,
The hell
though.
he is.
He says, yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Riding a donkey.
Yeah. So, you guys will come upon the Wendy's Tavern. You will see that the people are still outside talking amongst one another, surrounding the Wendy's, and through the doorway you can see Oldman Gary and Horst, yes, Supervisor Horst, talking with one another still. As as you come up, the people begin to cheer, and then they notice that you're being escorted by some Inquisitorial Knights, and you'll just hear kind of like murmurs as you pass. Do you guys say anything? Do you guys
Good
do anything?
people, fear not. Wendy will make things right. Oldman Gary, may we have a moment with you?
You'll see through the doorway the two heads peek up, and Horst will like nod something, and they'll say a couple words to one another, and Horst will stay inside.
We want him too, right?
What's that?
We want Horst also, right?
Well, we're going to ask both of them to keep the peace. This is what we're doing.
Are you calling out Horst as well?
No,
No.
just called out Oldman.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I will dismount Elados.
Yes.
I'll hand my reins to Elados.
Yeah.
I will walk
Thank you.
over to Oldman Gary.
And Old Ben Gary will come up to you. Yes, Cranston.
Keep the peace. We go to Queen Wendy ourselves now to speak of the situation here and speak of what's going on in the Inquisition and our concerns. We will need the old employee handbook. I hope that you have put it to memory already.
He kind of like puts his hand on the back of his head and he says, I think I've got a good gist of it.
Good.
Is there a ye old Xerox in this village?
We have some scribes, yes.
That will be too long. I do not think that we will keep Inquisitorial Knight Pines in under wraps long enough.
If the words falter in your mind, remember them in your heart. That's what I always do.
This is good advice.
This is I believe I can do that, Lady Knight.
And I gently hold my hand out.
He says,
I put the reins back in your hand.
He says, one moment, and go grab it.
Very good.
He'll walk in.
Humbled.
He grabs the book and he comes back and he says, and he holds it out, holds it to you.
I take the reins out of my hand, take the book from it, and hand it to Lady Knight.
A lot of hand action happening around this table right
And
now.
I remount, and I say,
I
Good
put my
people.
hands in the air and wave them side to side.
good people.
Do you
you
say
care?
anything?
No, not like that.
Not like
Do you say any like, hey yo, let's go?
I do encourage everybody to raise roofs together. Like it takes a village to raise a roof, and then I go what, and then I do defer to Cranston, who had something I believe very potent to say.
Good
Poignant.
people. Wendy is just. Remember that always. We shall return. And I'm out.
I said it was going to be more than that. But yeah, we'll come back.
And so you guys mount and begin
You
riding
realize
off.
it was a Terminator reference. I was not blatantly saying we'll be back.
Inquisitor Pine will turn to the crowds and will say, yes, and we will be back soon as well. Until then, the town is under the leadership of Manager Horst. Everybody here,
Let's
please
go.
take another 5 and get back to work until everything is ironed out. This standing around goes against not only the work ethic that the Freshtovians are known for, but also works actively against your queen. Remember, to fight the freeze, we all must do our part. And then he turns and starts clopping as well.
Oh.
And then all the little 4 Inquisitor Knights are all just kind of like leering out at everybody.
This guy's not like very bad at his job.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
honestly, he's kind of making me feel like a dickhead, kind
It's
of.
like kind of inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He obviously cares about them.
yeah. I don't like that one bit.
No, feels bad.
Yeah,
We have to dehumanize him. What's
Absolutely.
Stupid tree beard.
yeah.
Dumbass.
Dumb idiot. Oh.
Okay. So, you all begin heading back down the road.
Correct.
Now, it had taken you a little bit to get up here when you were walking, You're clippity-clopping down the road. Is anybody talking or wanting to do anything? The Inquisitor Pine and the other Inquisitor Knights are all pretty quiet themselves unless talked to. The 4 Inquisitor soldiers, they're looking around, all around at the forest, definitely keeping an eye there.
Oh yeah, the pangs and whatnot. Yeah, I think we're deep in contemplation, and I don't think a lot of talking is happening.
Actually, I would like to speak to Inquisitor Pine for a second. Sir.
What?
That's the loudest thing on the planet.
Is it?
Take the stick out of the wrapper.
Then eat the wrapper.
Yeah, and then put the stick in the garbage.
What noise are you talking about?
Sir, so you were talking about the starvation and all this that was happening. What caused that?
Good question.
So he will take a moment, take a deep breath in, and will say, it was the aftermath of the defeat of the Ice Jester. I was young and I had to learn a lot of the branching effects when I got older. It was a short time afterwards that was peaceful. It seemed only a few days, to be honest, but then started to be effects from the death of him. Pieces of the freeze showing up here or there, infesting the crops, destroying enough that people started to go hungry. You know our motto, always fresh, never frozen. It's hard to keep fresh food sometimes, be able to allow people to eat. Many, unfortunately, famished afterwards due to the lack of the crops. It wasn't until about 10 years after the defeat of the Ice Jester that the Inquisition was started. It was found out that the Order of the Frosty was directly involved in the freezing of crops, of the spreading of heretical devices that led to the freeze spreading as well. And after the eradication of them, there was just spots of the freeze that would show up. Lasting effects is what we're told. It seems impossible to anticipate where these spread up. There have been, well, much like the, we'll pass it soon, Tater Farms. I was actually a part of that in my early days in the Inquisition. We received word, or we were told by my superior at the time that we received word that Tater Farms was using frozen food and was in coercion with the freeze.
You lie.
And he looks up and
Tater Farms would never do that.
he now realizes, he says, "Oh, I apologize. I seem to have forgotten who was in my presence."
Please. I must know everything that has been said to besmirch my family's honor. Tell me, what did you hear? What do you know?
Well, from what we were told, we were told by a source that Tater Farms was using frozen food and was in coercion with the freeze. We were sent out, and what was found was that the Tater family was fighting off quite a large number of frozen hungers.
Pangs.
Yes. It seemed something that we hadn't really seen at the time. And upon investigation, it was found that the farm itself was infested with the freeze.
When you say this, tell me, what did you see? What did you find?
We found objects. We found several objects of the freeze that seemed to be honest, I don't know. I was told that they would summon the freeze. There were years to bend and mold the freeze to...
I ride right up next to his horse.
Okay, he's just going to take it back a little bit.
Inquisitor Pines, what did you see? I need an eyewitness account. These simple things where someone says something blasphemous about someone else or someone else's farms could easily be attributed to a renegade or opposing farm. Someone like the Spuds farm. I am simply saying that just speaking these truths does not make them true. What did you see when you went to my farm?
Go ahead and give me a charm test at advantage.
+1.
20.
20?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Alright, so he will look at the two Inquisitor soldiers with him and he will say, Ben, to the front. Make sure that there's no hunger pangs sneaking up on us.
Inquisitor.
And then all four of them will ride
And
up
we're
a
presently riding towards my farm or are now passing it?
towards your farm.
Okay.
Yes. It's going to take you maybe another 30 minutes to get to your farm.
Okay.
At the pace you're going. You guys aren't going at like a breakneck pace or
I
anything.
do the best I can to not be continuously intimidating and leering and leaning to him. I really do want to hear what he has to say.
So he looks a bit nervous, but he will say, what I saw that day was... And it kind of like drifts for a moment. It was chaos.
Please, man, focus.
The hunger pangs, the frozen one, they were tearing the family apart. The family was fighting, but my superior had told me that by Queen Wendy's order, the farm was to be razed, fields salted, that it was infested by the freeze. There was a couple dozen of us sent out there.
So let me ask you, what you said to me was farms like mine, places like mine, were found to be heretical, that they were using frozen foods. I ask you this, from what you have just described to me, you did not see such. What you saw was my brave and valiant family fighting with the pangs, trying to safeguard the land, trying to safeguard the fries grown correctly, upright, in the sun, ripened in the fields. And this is what you came upon. I want you to be very, very clear when you speak to me of this again. I am waiting.
We were told what was there, but what we saw was a family being attacked by the freeze. And then afterwards, their skin blackened from the freeze, stumbled out. I had just finished fighting a pang off. I was told to go handle that along with of the other soldiers. I finished and came back towards the house. The family walked towards my commanding officer, and he declared, and you'll see that he kind of rides just a little bit away, that your family was to be purged as heretics, as poisoned.
Who was... Assuming that we're all within earshot. Are we all within earshot?
Yeah.
Unless you win away, then no.
I'm
I'm
totally
sure.
hanging out.
Yeah, I'm very much listening.
Who was your commanding officer in this?
Yes, who called for the death of my family? Poor Talbot, Kellen, Vanderen, Tiny Mim, innocents, as you saw, who had fought diligently and valiantly against these creatures, who called for them to be put to death.
Well, at the time, he was Inquisitor Knight. So Inquisitor Pine will slow down a little bit more, increasing the distance. The other knights will actually, as they're looking around, take a little bend and go out of sight. And he'll say, I can still see him. His hair greasily flowing in the wind. The fires and the freezing or the frozen vapors swirling around. Peril spuds.
That's our real reactions in game.
So...
And you know that is the son of one of Papa Spud's sons. One of his eldest sons.
Okay. So I try to contain myself. And I can do it. And I say to him, Inquisitor Pines, I want you to consider a possibility. Tater Farms was a small farm. It was a farm of joy and happiness. Everything grown as it should be, fresh, ripened in the great suns of Freshtovia, watered by water taken straight from the earth itself. The Spuds tried to buy our farm for years, and even when our father passed, we maintained it. I joined with Wendy's Knights in an endeavor to save the land from the encroachment of the Freeze. I went with my fine fellows, and I realized, oh, they're right there, as I break my arms go wide. With the four, we traveled for exactly that reason. But consider a family that continuously fought against us. Not physically, not a situation where somebody was regularly injured, although that did happen sometimes at the tavern. Something was said and something was dealt with. But consider the possibility that somebody might be envious. A commander, possibly, who might have something against the family and the farm. Do you think it's possible, and I say this as a question, do you think it's possible that Queen Wendy's orders may not have been as extreme as those you carried out? Just, I ask you to entertain the possibility, but that the orders that were carried out at this commander's decision might have overreached what they were supposed to. Is that possible? Could you conceive of such a situation?
So, the area around you now is a bit quiet. There's some birds chirping here or there. You guys are, riding down this road. And he takes a moment, and you'll see several emotions kind of flash across his face as he considers what you said. If that were the case, if orders and he even looks around, though he knows his men aren't in earshot. If those orders were overstretched, overreached, if by some chance that we did more than we were supposed to, that would go against everything that Wendy would have wanted us to do.
Exactly.
I serve Wendy. I have always served Wendy, and I have lived under the idea that my commanding officers do the same.
As do we all. We, all four of us, were militaristically trained, and orders are to be followed. Did you join into the killing of my family?
And he'll stop. He just stops.
I stop.
I stop.
I stop.
I wasn't paying attention, but
There goes
So
the
you keep
nose.
going.
then I stopped.
So he will look at you,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see a tear start to come down his eye, and he goes to open his mouth. And that's when you guys hear something from up ahead around the bend. Something that sounds like metal being torn asunder, a gurgling, and then you'll hear the neighing of horses and combat.
My friends, the sounds of combat. We must go.
Yes.
I go.
Charge.
I also
And
go.
yeah, Inquisitor Pine looks at you and says, yes, I'm going to pull out his frying pan, and you all charge. And before you're able to come around the bend, Cranston, did you charge ahead of everybody?
Oh, yeah, the minute
Yeah.
I said it, I was done.
Can you give me a grace check, please?
Grace check.
20.
20?
Nice.
As you come around the bend first, you actually have to swiftly dismount your horse. In a swift movement, you come around, you see at the corner of your eye, just soon enough, a body being thrown your way. And you are able to slide back in your saddle and hop down, going into a combat roll as the horse itself is taken down. You will see that the body of one of the Inquisitor knights that went up ahead lays there next to your horse, who is, thrashing around. And all along his body, you will see that his flesh seems to be seared like hamburger meat.
Ew. Okay.
And then the rest of you will, ride up, come around the turn, and you see the 3 soldiers ahead of you. One lay upon the ground, smoke still rising from his body. You will see one being held up by a gauntlet of pure, fresh, cooked beef.
Ew.
The flesh around the Inquisitor searing. Attached to the beefy hand is a person that stands about 8 feet tall.
Oh, that's
You
very
think
big.
it's a person?
Well, it's person shaped at least, but 8 feet tall.
An 8-foot hominid.
And it looks like a person coated in an armor made
say it.
of searing meat.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were.
Yep.
Meat
And
guy.
in the hand that's not holding the Inquisition soldier is a long, what would probably be for you guys a 2-handed spatula that he is wielding with one hand that seems to be glowing red hot. And you will see heat rising off of him. Behind him, you see what looks like a smattering of other Inquisitorial forces.
Oh.
There's probably about a dozen of them behind this knight, and they all have the badges of the Order of the Beef. And they all appear to be beef knights, but also Inquisitors.
Speaking of night, what time of day is it?
It is evening. The sun is starting to set, so it is getting a bit dark. The Inquisitor beef soldiers all have torches. The knight, the giant that stands before you, throws the man. The other 2 are down at his feet, searing. And he points his spatula at all of you. And you'll just hear a beefy gurgle. Heretics, by order of Queen Wendy, you will be slaughtered. Prepare for hot justice. And we're going to go into initiative.
My friends, 4 for 4.
Nailed
it.
Fuck.
Nice.
Fuck.
Unlike revenge, justice is a dish best served hot. Did he like that when I said that?
No.
Fuck.
He does not appear to enjoy what you just said, because I think that's his shtick.
Damn. I gotta get my own shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta keep my own shtick.
Okay,
so everybody, starting with Holsteena, what's your initiative?
4.
4.
Oh.
Jules.
In keeping with the theme, I have a 16. We don't add anything to it, right?
No.
Divisible by 4.
16 is divisible by 4.
Okay, Elados.
I'm going to fuck that up. I have an 11.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Okay, not
Which is
divisible by
1
4.
plus 1 is 2.
Is
2
4.
plus
Not
2 is 4.
Evenly divisible by 4. Anything's divisible by anything if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Cranston?
I'm a prime number. I have a 5.
Oh, okay.
Prime. Jason Witwicky. Bumblebee. No. Where's the Allspark at? Joker.
Okay, I'd watch that movie.
I lost the track, but Optimus Prime Batman. Just saying.
And Lupin F and F. I'm in.
F and F.
F and F. I stuttered. Sorry.
F and F.
It's supposed to be 2 Fs.
Okay. now that we have
Derailed
established. Okay, the first one up is Jules. So this giant begins walking towards you 5. Having thoroughly taken care of these Inquisitor Knights, you will see that the dozen Inquisition beef soldiers behind him are all on horseback and have torches. Their swords are out, but they're not holding them out in front of them. They seem to be staying back. They're, 2 range bands behind this giant. Just to also paint the picture, there's a long road going down here. It is about 20 feet wide on the left-hand side from where you're at, so going down towards the beefy giant. The left has an embankment that goes up into the forest itself. To the right, there is a bit of a field that goes maybe about 40 feet, kind of in a semicircle before the tree line itself. From where you're at, you are about maybe 3 to 4 minutes from the farm you guys defeated the supervisors at, and about another 15 minutes to Cranston, to Tater Farms. So, what are you gonna do?
Damn. So, with my basic knowledge, the order of the beef. It's odd that they're attacking these. Inquisitor Knights who are working with us are wearing Order of the Fries insignias.
Yes, they would be wearing Order of the Fries. It is strange also that they are attacking those Inquisitors, yes.
Yeah.
You can see that they also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they do have a designate on them as well. So the same number and designation as the town that they were stationed in.
Okay.
So those are kind of the delineators. These ones themselves, have designations of the capital city.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And you can tell that these knights on horseback, their armor is top tier armor.
Yeah, they're way more.
These are, could be Queen's Guard, they could be capital soldiers of the Inquisition. These are some tough guys.
He definitely said slaughter, not take.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that we're gonna really talk our way out of this one, and I also don't think that engaging in this combat right here is maybe for the best.
Oh.
Maybe if we can move to a more defensible position, or attempt to get things lost in the confusion.
What you
at
thinking,
the nearby
Jules?
farm.
Quickly.
Here's what I do. Quickly thinking, I take a paring knife out, and I say, we're already traveling with an Inquisitorial force. We've turned ourselves in. Stay back. Stay back. And I'm a little bit frightened, so I act as such. Stay back. And I guess I'll hold an action and throw this paring knife at this guy. No, I don't. I'm fucking Jules Leotard.
Yeah.
I realize that I'm Jules Leotard, the one and only, and I hurl my paring knife with deadly accuracy at the beef knight. Any soldier who raises hands against his allies is not fit to serve Wendy. I roll a 17 plus 3 is dirty 20.
Does it
Dirty
hit?
20?
I got a dirty 20.
Yes, it does in fact hit.
Okay, this is a paring knife. It does a d12 of damage. I roll it, and I get a 1.
Okay,
And
so
I mark a paring knife off my inventory.
you throw the paring knife soaring through the air. It sticks into the beefy giant's shoulder of beef. Doesn't seem to do much. So it hits and the beef kind of undulates and sears. You see the knife itself begins to not glow red, but it begins to heat up before he just reaches up to his hand and just flicks it with one giant beefy finger off of him.
Oh. I turn to my allies and I go, shit.
And he will say to you, "You will not make it to the capital. The Baconatora has never lost." And he will take a step forward. We are at Elados.
He's scary.
And the ground does shake a little bit. The horses seem uneasy. Yeah, what are you going to do?
So looking down at my hands, I then look to my companions, and I look at Inquisitor Pines, and I'm actually going to look directly at Lady Knight Holsteena and say, do I do this?
I think you must.
In Wendy's name.
In Wendy's name, I conjure some ice magic, and I will throw this at him.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
16.
16?
Yes.
That is going to be a hit.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Well met.
Interestingly enough, as the freeze magic leaves your hand, you see about 5-ish feet before it hits the Baconatora. You will see that it begins to create vapor from the combination of the heat and ice. It does hit the meaty bits of this person creature in its chest, and you will see it actually takes a step back as the beef begins to cool a little bit in the spot that you hit, and you'll hear, "What? Heretic."
Yes, this is me.
You are the one the queen has ordered killed.
Yeah, that tracks.
You are the one infesting the people.
And then in order to save my friends, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna ride away as fast as I can backwards.
Okay, backwards.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to ride away.
Are you turning around and going back the way we came, or are you riding a horse backwards?
Whatever's
facing
sillier.
forward? Okay.
Probably
Backwards.
the second one,
Yeah,
yeah.
the latter.
Okay, go ahead and give me a grace check just to see how
It's a
you do.
horse, it's not a ladder.
7. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so
Oh, you have advantage on that because you're within 10 feet of me.
Oh.
You weren't within.
Oh, 17.
That's better. That's a bigger number.
17 is much better. The horse started to trip, and you kind of nudged it the other way. It re-caught, and now is scooting in a, I feel like, pretty impossible speed backwards. The thought of the horse going back slower, faster than like just a little clippity clop is hilarious to me. So it backs up, and so yeah, so you'll start moving back. That's
Yes.
perfectly fine.
Hoping to draw fire.
Okay, now we are at the creatures. Or the people. They're not really creatures. Or are they? So you will see that the Baconatora will raise a ball or raise a beefy hand and will point out 2 fingers up into the air, swirl it, and then point past you all. And he says to the Inquisitors behind him, or that's what you assume, he says, "Go to town. I will take care of these 4. And so you will see that the 12 behind him will start riding past hard and will try to pass all of you going around.
Very bad.
Attack of opportunities?
Yes, so that's my question. Do you all take attack of opportunities?
I absolutely
You are
do.
backing up, so if you would like to take one, you can, but it will be at disadvantage because they're going to be able to probably outmaneuver you.
I'll do it at disadvantage. That's fine.
Okay, excellent. So they will
yeah.
ride past. So everybody can get 1.
Okay.
Well, I get to take 2 actions. Does this apply to that?
No.
No, attack of opportunities is just 1.
Okay.
Good try, though.
It's a good try. I got a 13.
I got a 15.
I got a
at
13.
Disadvantage.
Okay. Well, the nice thing is their DC. Did anybody get... So, 13, 13,
15.
18.
18, 15,
13.
13. Wow, you all hit. My
Nice.
question is, are you all going after separate ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody do damage. If you're able to do more than 4 points of damage, you will knock them off their horse.
8
Now,
damage.
we are, I will say, experienced. We're experienced heroes. I think that it might make sense that we would reason out that, hey, it's best to try to knock one of these people down. Can I try to target somebody who's already been hit by one of my allies?
Yeah, so you and Holsteena and Cranston are close to one another. Elados is a little bit back behind you, so you could easily see which one and pick.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I'm gonna try to double up on the one that Holsteena is hitting.
Excellent. Okay, so you did 8 to...
8.
So, 8. Okay, and then
I got that at 3.
3,
9.
9. Okay. So the one... Let's see, 3 and 9. Okay, so...
That's like 18.
I also got 3.
Well, I don't think that's 18.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, you were lying for fun.
I was doing a fun lie.
okay.
Lying for
Okay,
fun.
so, Elados, the one that you hit, and you were just swinging with your
Fork.
Yeah. So your fork slashes into that one. You kind of get in between some armor, but the person that charges past you barely pays attention to that. As he passes, or as they pass, you will see an armor that is riddled in cuts and markings, and nothing that's pierced it, but this is a battle-worn set of armor of this like dark brown color, and this person just rides past you as you slash into them. Cranston, as all of these are just riding past you following orders, the one that you hit, you will knock down with your whisk, and you will knock off the horse. He will tumble and catch himself, and helmet will fall off. You'll see a man that's face has scarring on it. You'll see actually part of the scarring looks like their cheek was cut off, and you'll see just a tinge of like black skin on the edge of it. But you see this like battle-hardened stare as he's looking directly into your eyes as he's flipped over. Holsteena, you and Jules, you did not know Jules was going to aid you in this, but as you hit with the frying pan up high, Jules, you will come in down low. The horse beneath this one keeps going and actually follows the pack. And this knight just stops midair by your frying pan, and you will see the satiation leak out from where you stabbed with the paring knife. And also with this one, as this one kind of falls to the ground, they will catch themselves and will stare up at all of you and just say, "Heretics, And let's see here. So they will draw their weapons, but they won't be able to attack. You will see that the one that you hit, Lady Knight Holsteena, will pull out from behind their back a cast iron skillet that looks like it's made of just wrought iron, that it's been used so much, jagged and sharp. The other one is going to pull a sword out of a sheath. Then this is the one that you, Cranston, knocked down. Will pull a sword out of a sheath that just is, as it comes out, the lights passing by of the torches will dance in the polished armor of this long kitchen knife. It's a long, like, butcher's knife almost. And yeah, this one will look at you and also say, "Death to a heretic." Now I believe you were up front, correct, Cranston? So the Baconatora is going to charge at you. Going to run directly at you, ground quaking as he rears back the spatula, and is going to swing.
Now, is he at any negative because I'm on horseback? Would be my only question.
The size difference would be no.
Okay.
And what happens is, and then actually, I need to do this one as well. Okay. Lady Knight Holsteena, this is going to have partially affect you. You have to, at the last moment, pull your horse's reins and have it turn and move backwards. Cranston, I'm going to need you to give me a grace check because this giant swings and just eviscerates the horse beneath you, searing and cauterizing the flesh of it. And you don't even realize it's maybe cut in half until you're tumbling. What's your grace check?
16.
16. You do catch yourself on the ground. You're able to, be crouched down. Your horse is no more. Lady Knight Holsteena, it looks like he was trying to sweep both of your horses. Your horse, you were able to back yours up in time. And then it is going to make one more attack. And actually, for this one, you three, Elados, you are back enough. This giant is close to you. He's within about 5 feet. You all feel a searing heat radiating off this creature. Can everybody please give me an Arcana save? An Arcana check. You can add your
15.
15. You got to get over a 14. So
I have an 18.
18.
Me too, or no?
No, you are back far enough, but you can see
19.
19. So you all will save. You're just going to take half damage.
I'm scared.
So all of you will take 6 points of damage, and for you, Elados, as you feel your flesh starting to, burn.
Jesus, Joseph, and Mary.
Okay, and then after him, so you will see that these knights, a good majority of them, 10 of them have made it past you. You will hear them trudging down the road. Cranston, it is now you. What do you do?
Inquisitor Pines, Terrence, quickly, to the town. Warn the people. The freeze has infected these. You can see it. Ride. Ride like their lives depend on it. Elados, get up here! And I shall throw my whisk at the one who I downed.
Okay.
That will be an 11.
An 11. Fortunately, an 11's not going to do it. So you will throw your whisk, and the one in front of you had the butcher's blade, and so he will raise it up, fully unsheathing it, pointing it into the whisk, and spinning it out of the way as it soars at him. It is now maybe like 5 feet from him. You will have to go and pick it up if you want it. Anything else on that?
That's all I can do.
Excellent. So,
Wait a minute. Actually, bonus action. I can disengage and I can also move 2 times my speed, so I will roll away from it, step up, grab the whisk, and still be armed.
Excellent. Yeah, so you're able to move over to it. You have not moved out of his range band, so you're just kind of dodging around him. He will take a slash at you, and you will feel a piece of your hair just get cut in half.
Okay.
Holsteena, this creature now stands before you. You're still having to, even on horseback, look up at it. The knights have ran past. You will see that in this chaos that Inquisitor Pines seems to be nodding at what Cranston says. As you glance briefly over, you'll see that Terrence kind of seems to not really know what to do, but seems to have taken his word and nodding unless somebody tells him otherwise. He starts turning.
Okay, I'm worried about the town as well, so I'm gonna head that way. I want to try to get ahead of the horsemen and then turn back and hit one.
Okay. Yeah, so you ride just to the nearest one and try to...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my goal.
So what I will tell you is this also. As you look, so they kind of went around part of you guys during that little semicircle. As they converge towards the road itself, you'll notice that some of them actually go into the woods itself. And you'll hear them riding alongside the road.
Okay, so then I'm gonna just try to ride straight for the town, and if I go by one, I'll try to hit it.
Okay, so you are actively trying to just go back to town.
Yeah, ahead of them.
Okay. Go ahead. So, what I will say is this. If you want to take a swing at one, you won't be able to move as fast. Because if you're,
I have 2 actions. Can I use one action to move and the other one to attack?
Oh, that's right, you do have 2 actions. So, yes. So, what I can say is this. I will allow you to use your one free move action. You can use one of your actions to move also. That will give you that double move. And then you can use your other action. Now, there is one that was damaged, and you will see...
But he's off his horse now?
No. The one that Elados attacked was damaged and is running down the road.
Yeah, I'll try to take him out.
Go ahead and swing.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
Beast mode.
Okay.
That did not answer my question.
So you'll do.
Oh, I think you do max damage, and then on your next roll, you get to roll 2 d20s with advantage on whatever your next.
So do I get
is.
like triple advantage now?
No, on your next roll you'll have. Sorry.
I always have advantage if it's nighttime.
Technically, no. There's no triple. Well,
why?
You know what? Fine. Actually, that sounds
roll
fun.
4.
No.
Yeah.
Anywho, we'll cross that next.
So
turn.
I do max damage right now?
Yes.
I don't need to roll.
So
12 damage.
12 damage. Now that's back. Okay, it's 12 damage max. Yeah, that is actually that's exactly what you needed.
So you did how much damage?
So he did 3.
So these guys have fucking 15 damage. Ugh.
So as you pass this knight, what do you do to him? So you see
I don't even
they're
say
just
anything.
riding hard.
As I come up behind him, I just whack him in the head and pop his head off.
Yeah, easily. I mean, you smack him. Shoot, if you're riding up fast, you use the momentum of the horse itself.
Yeah, I just pop his head off.
Boom. Yeah,
Next.
You'll see his helmet fall off. He does not have a head anymore. His body will fall, and the horse will, of course, continue to ride.
My goal is to get past them, ahead of them, so I can try to warn the townspeople.
After you, we are now back at the top with Jules.
Okay, Cranston doesn't have a horse. The Knight Holsteena just went down the road. I'm going to I'm gonna jump off my horse and I'm gonna stand with Cranston. I'm Stanston with Cranston.
You're Stanston with Cranston.
I'm Stanston with Cranston.
Stanston in the dark.
Stanston in the dark. So I'm going to run to your. There was a soldier who we had both attacked.
Yeah.
Who still is alive, like at my feet, basically, like, near me.
Yes. Yeah.
I think I need to focus on him.
Yes.
So I'm going to.
If you moved, he would attack you.
I will not move. I will attack him. I'm just gonna stab at him with a knife.
Okay.
It's a fantasy.
And since you're on horseback and he is not, I will give you advantage.
Sick. I stabbed down at this man. I got a 14.
A 14 is a hit.
Sick.
Come
Okay.
on, 3 damage.
Big money, big money, big money, big money. A 6.
Woo!
A 6. How do you kill this man? Or how do you famish this man?
How do I famish
yeah.
him?
That's right.
He's really... I'm going to make him really hungry by... Okay, he falls down, he looks up, he glances back over to look at Lady Knight Holsteena's movement away, and I say, hey, don't forget about me. And I push a knife into the side of his head, making him very hungry.
He says, I never forget. Oh!
Oh, you scrambled him.
And I also emphasize to him that I can't read. Because that line worked once. So I'm just going to keep trying it. I can't read.
Okay, so yes, you have famished another of these knights. You two, or sorry, you group have.
And I guess I've seen the Baconalia?
Oh, the Baconatora.
Baconatora. I've seen the Baconatora do like very big sweeping attacks. So maybe I won't group up with Cranston. I'm gonna keep enough distance that the Baconatora must choose one of us as their target in an attack.
Tactful.
Excellent. Okay, so are you going to
tactical.
move away from him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you, using your special skills, break away from this giant beefy creature.
I grab and go.
You grab and go. Perfect. And so then do you back up to where Elados is?
Elados is quite far away, I think.
I didn't get that far.
No, he's just one range band away.
I'm trying to spread. I'm trying to use my tactician's mind.
Excellent. So you can be one band away, but all to the side.
Like if it was a clock.
So he's in the road.
Yeah.
You could be. So if you're looking at him, he is at noon, and
From
you
the
could
left
be
or
at
the right?
10. So you'll be over. Okay.
His left or mine.
To clarify,
To the east or the west?
you are in
The
callback.
the little semicircle. You're off the road. He is on the road.
He's on the road.
Yes.
And so then Cranston is on the road as well?
Cranston is on the road.
Like
yes.
facing him essentially.
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to make certain that the man I'm fighting is between me and the Baconatora.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I
So
just...
him and Lady Knight Holsteena are basically next to each other.
Holsteena has made it further
I
down
went
the road.
2
though.
range bands.
Never mind. Cranston is staying by himself. He is on the road. He is facing this knight, which is between him and the Baconatora. Elados is down the road towards the direction that Lady Knight Holsteena was going. Lady Knight Holsteena is down the road closer to the group of the knights. And you are off of the road in the little semicircle.
I will attempt to sort of almost flank the Baconatora then.
Ah, okay, so you wish to go around.
Yes, I can move 2 times my speed as a bonus action and still use my action, which I did, to kill this man.
Perfect.
And I do not use an action to break out, so I believe that I can move around the Baconatora and get far enough away that he would have to run to attack me.
I think that's reasonable, yes.
I do so.
So, you, quickly, now are you still on your horse?
I did stab down at the guy. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So, you, using your skills, direct the horse to take a wide swath around the Baconatora and get into a flanking position behind him.
Success.
Wonderful. And then, Elados, you're up.
I look behind me and see Lady Knight Holsteena riding away.
Elados, get up here!
I have to shake my head and realize that she can take care of herself, and I will ride forward, 1 range band.
Watch me die.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure?
And I am going to do the same thing that these two are doing, where we're going to try to stay spread out, but I want to be within his range, so if he wants to attack, he's going to have to run up to me. And yeah, I'm just going to blast him with some more ice.
Okay.
I wonder if you blasted their weapons, if it would, like, add anything.
There's definitely, in the small pamphlet, which is the Feast of Legends rulebook, there's definitely a mechanic for calling shots like that, I'm positive.
Are you
It
lying?
says you actually get advantage on all of them.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh, you're lying for fun again.
I'm
triple
lying
advantage.
for fun. Yeah, you get triple advantage.
And
it
it's a
destroys
D20
weapons.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if you get over, a 3, you do max damage. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
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 Okay, cool. Oh, look, you blow up the world. You're so good.
A 15.
A 15 against him. That is a hit.
Nice.
That is another 8 damage.
Nice.
8.
Thank you. I yelled down the road. Thank you.
No, I've not forgotten what you said just about 48 seconds ago.
You said it. I just confirmed.
Well, that was rude. I was being disingenuous.
Oh no! Are they fighting? I yelled at Cranston. Is everything okay with our party?
Focus!
Oh!
So as you hit this creature with ice, you will see that more of the beef starts to cool down. You will actually see pieces of it not kind of sizzling.
Oh, so perma damage.
And you'll see
I'm not there.
stumbles back a little bit. You heretics. You conjure such poisons out of the nothing.
You deserve not to be fresh.
I am one of Wendy's freshest knights, and I will show you why that is. Okay, and then after you, Elados, is the creature. So what
No,
you
I
will
died.
see is that this Baconitora is actually going to look past you, Elados. You will see that in its free hand, it will reach up, and parts of the beefy armor are going to shift and undulate up the arm, actually exposing some pieces of metal beneath. And you will see a spear of searing meat appear, and he is going to ring back and hurl it down the road. Lady Knight Holsteena, could you make me a grace check?
Yeah. This is a check? So
This is a great save. And
Save.
you're going to need a 14 or higher.
Okay, because I am a Baconator, I get advantage on saves and on attacks. Alright, I got, so Grace, I got a 18, 21.
Okay,
Nice.
excellent. So you hear something whizzing through the air, and you look back just in time to see this giant spear of searing meat coming towards you. You have to duck and side saddle your horse as this spear zooms past you, just moving in time. The searing heat of it singes parts of your hair flipping in the wind. And you will see that it sticks into a fry tree up the road and begins to sear the wood itself before crumbling into just ground meat.
Ew, okay.
And then this creature, the Baconitora, is going to take its giant spatula and is going to, let me see, yes, he is actually going to move towards you. So Cranston, you can get an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
That would be a 17.
Nice.
17, that's a
Going
hit.
pretty well.
Shh, what are you doing? You crazy?
2.
Two?
Because Jules said something.
I should have shut my fucking mouth, but I don't learn.
Yep, so you
can't
will
read.
slice some beef off with your sharpened whisk as he runs past you. Can you, because I think you're the only one close. I don't know, you were behind him,
I was
too,
behind him.
which is fine. I need both of you to give me an Arcana save for the heat.
Arcana.
14.
Ooh, that's a 9.
Okay. So then you're going to take full damage, and you'll take half. So you'll take 6. You're going to take 3, Cranston.
Okay.
And coming up at you, Elados, he will strike upon you with his massive spatula. Oh boy, getting a natural 20.
Ooh.
So he goes into feast
Oh,
mode.
no.
I like to imagine that I'm talking shit as he rides up to me.
And you will see, as he's moving forward, you will see he raises this, towering over you, and he gets these eyes that seem to glow and steam will come out, and he's going to say, "Freshness shines its light upon me. Feast mode!" And he is going to slash at you. And you are going to get hit for...
No, my defense is like 35.
Is like 35.
Yeah, it's super high.
Oh wait, no, it's max damage. That's right. 13 points of damage.
And I am dead.
You're at 0. So you see Elados just wham. Lady Knight Holsteena, I will let you know, you hear that hit ring past into the trees. You will hear Elados. He was shouting, "Oh shit!" He shouts that in pain, with a slight gurgle added in there as well. Do you look back?
I've been frosted.
I don't turn back, but I look.
Okay, yeah. So you look back, you see the Baconatora standing over Elados.
My duty is to the people above the 4, unfortunately.
Duty.
Thank you, John, for ruining my moment. No, just kidding.
Okay, so Elados, you lay there unconscious. And now it is the Inquisitors on horseback, so they are going to continue running along. You see, I mean, they're cruising along down. You start to lose sight of some of them that are in the forest. You know, seeing the other Inquisitors that led you up here now sizzled on the road. They were very afraid of these forests. These knights seem to have no qualms about going in them. In fact, you will hear ring out from your left the death pangs of a pang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing some cleaning up, I suppose.
And yeah, they're going to continue riding along. They're...
Is it just Pines and Terrence now?
Actually, you know what? You're going to see that 2 of them near you notice that you are riding up on them. They are going to look back, and you see they each pull out from their side these large straws, and they raise them up, and they wing them at you. They soar through the sky. One gets a 15 and one gets an 18.
Those both hit.
Those both hit? Okay, so 1d6. So that is 4 points, and then the second one is 6 points. So the first one hits you, and you are stable. That second one, though, I'm going to need you to give me a grace check. This time it's going to be at disadvantage because you were just hit with that other attack, and you are going full out right now, so you are focused. So you're at regular.
Okay.
So advantage plus disadvantage equals a regular roll.
Okay.
Did Feast mode come into play here?
Oh, you know what? You'll get advantage anyway. So yes,
Nice.
we'll say it adds it back. That's fine.
I fucked that up. I rolled initially with the regular one, got a 15.
Okay,
and then I rolled 2 more, and so I think
Okay. You would just needed to roll 1 more.
Okay.
So-
but I did roll 2 more, but I don't remember what they were now. So can I just roll another one?
Okay, yes. The 15.
Okay, this one's better.
Okay.
But I feel like that's immoral. I'll take the 15 plus 3, 18.
Okay.
In conclusion, 18.
That's fine. Yes, the 15 would with advantage unless you did better. So, yes, you are able to stay on your horse for now, though you have sustained some wounds.
Are we about to TPK?
Okay, so Cranston,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay. Having seen this foul creature drop Elados in a single attack, I shall move to attack him. That's all I can do. 14.
Yeah.
14. And 14 is not enough, unfortunately.
Oh, I think you misread that. That looks like around 18 from here.
So you go over and you swing, unfortunately missing, as the searing spatula stomps down into the ground, blocking you. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay.
I can grab and go, so I will disengage and move 2 ranges back.
Okay, perfect. After that, we have Holsteena. So you also just heard the sound of back and forth fighting between Cranston and the Baconatora. You can see that the Inquisitors in front of you are proceeding forward. The 2 that threw those straws at you, though, they seem to be talking with one another, shouting back and forth. You catch words here or there, but it's in some sort of code. You're not really understanding what they're talking about. And you'll see one of them points at the hip of another, where you will see a bag that it's got like an emblem of fire on it.
Oh.
But it's like a pouch,
Okay.
and like a drawstring pouch. And then he points back towards you.
Cool.
What do you do?
How many range bands are they away from me?
They are 1 band ahead of you. The others are 2. So you could catch up to them.
Could use my move action
Yes.
to catch up to them.
Yes.
And then I could use another action to get ahead of them.
To get ahead of, so you could move up to these ones.
Uh-huh.
You can use another one to be next to, basically in line with the others.
And
you
then
could
my
use your-
last action to go 3 bands in total.
Yes.
So I'm trying to beat them to the town.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Okay. That's excellent. So you move past them. I will say that the road's big enough that you could move to the side of those other 2 if you don't want to take attack of opportunities. If you do, just let me know.
Before I move,
Yeah.
geographically, if I were to cut through the woods, would I get there faster?
If you cut through the woods, technically speaking, yes, you could get there a little faster if you knew the exact way.
And like, I mean, I lived here. I don't know. I mean, I'll let you decide how well I know the area, but I mean, we patrolled these lands for a long time.
I would say yes, you could find your way through there. I mean, you know effectively that if you go at this angle, you would. What you're gonna lack information on is what the hell's in the woods.
Yeah.
So you know that you could cut through the woods. You even see that you don't see the place, but you see the line where you're like, okay, I could cut through here, but it cuts into the woods.
And I know the other ones are going through the woods.
You know some are going through the woods, yes.
I'm going to go through the woods.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 3 movement bands through the woods.
Okay, excellent. So you just go into the woods and start charging through towards the town with your objective to get there first.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you begin charging through. Are you looking for the Inquisitors in the woods, or is your main goal just nose to
I
horse?
get there first and try to set up a defense and then go from there.
Okay. We'll see if you're able to do that. So back up at the top, Jules. What are you going to do? You see Elados is down. Lady Knight Holsteena is out of your view as far as you can tell. And Cranston seems to be in a back and forth with the creature.
I'm just gonna save the day. That's my move. Here I go. I realize I think Lady Knight Holsteena's plan. We've traveled together long enough. It makes sense that you're defending the town. I also see. Can I tell anything about, like, are we hurting this bacon man?
So you can see, based on
Meat man.
the damage that Elados did, his freeze magic seems to have affected him greatly.
Okay.
So he does look injured. You can hear some deeper breathing. He does look hurt.
Okay, well, I'm going to use, as my primary action, I'm going to use Quick Bite, a new ability I have since I level up.
Ooh.
Where within a 30-foot range, I can heal an ally 1d4.
Oh, I thought you were going to bite the bacon in a Torah.
Yeah. So I'm going to heal Cranston. No. So I'm going to heal Elados.
I get 2.
You have 2 life.
Thank you.
Okay, and my best bet right now is to try to move the bacon man, but my god, how am I gonna do that? Could I potentially roll like a... This is a big ask. Since I can freely disengage, I don't take actions to disengage. If I move within his immediate vicinity, within his melee range, and then I throw my quick bite magic at Elados and bring him up, can I then do a performance or a charm check to try to, like, get his attention and then move away?
That sounds totally reasonable to me.
I have these following abilities. I have a bonus action to move 2 times my speed and still use my action. So my movement is essentially doubled. My main action has been to do the healing, and then just going like, come and get me. I say, where's the beef to him? That's like a distracting thing I could say.
I will allow it, yes. Go ahead
Okay.
and give me a perform... Is that on? No.
No, it's not. It's, I assume, a charm?
Yes, charm.
If that's okay. And can I pile on the bullshit here and say that I brought Elados up and I'm near him
Yeah, you said
Okay,
that you.
So you get advantage and
And
+1.
+1 because we're the perfect pair of the frosty dip. Okay, so a lot of fuckery, but
It's called rules cheating.
I love rules. I rolled a 15 over here. My charm is +2.
We
Plus
shan't speak of
is
that
an
one.
18.
Okay, yes. And he himself ended up with a 14. So
Woohoo!
very nice.
He's annoyed with me.
Yoo-hoo!
Yes. So you
Yippee!
will see that he does turn towards you and say, "It is right here."
Oh, the beef is.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, okay.
And
right there.
and I need
right here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to move him away from my ally. I need to move him away from Elados because you're going to take heat damage, and that will immediately
yeah.
drop you down to 0 again. So I'll use whatever remaining movement I have to try to pull him away. Maybe even like back down the road. What's a good direction? Into the woods? What's a good direction, party?
So where you guys are at, you'd be in the. Oh wait, yeah, you'd be on the road because that's where Elados went down. So you could go into that little field that's right next to you, that little semicircle field. You could go back down the road. You could also go into the woods if you would like. So really, there's kind of 3 options.
I'll try to pull him towards the field.
Okay, excellent. So you are taunting him.
I'm
Thank you.
taunting him.
Awesome. Well, amongst that taunting, as he begins to turn towards you, Elados, you've had a little bite to eat that has healed you.
Yes.
It's salty in the rule book. It says.
It's pure salt.
It's just
Yeah.
salt. I mean, you
One
were
of my
around the
salt-
salt mine,
yeah,
so
my
it's just a
salt
salt
chips.
crystal.
Yeah.
That makes
Isn't
sense.
Is it an ammonia crystal because it wakes them up?
Yeah.
that's it,
It's just deep earth minerals.
Crystal.
I think it was like a salt lick. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you wake up, mouth dry and salty.
Ready for battle.
looking up, seeing around you the like singed grass, feeling this heat bearing down on you. What do you do?
Is it my turn?
It is your
Oh,
turn.
it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of my own abilities, which is something I got at 2nd level, which is I'm going to make an Arcana check to make a mirage
These
of
second
myself.
levels are crazy.
Make a mirage of myself, which will draw his attacks for 1 round, allowing me to escape without being attacked.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Good thinking.
Party time.
Now it's up to how well I roll.
Well, it's gonna roll so good.
Yeah, for sure.
I wish I hadn't moved away. You'd have advantage again. But
Yeah, pretty cool.
Such is life. Ah.
I did not do it. I needed a 14. I got a 12.
Okay. So,
Dag nabbit.
unfortunately, as you reach out to your freeze magic to be able to cast this, you can feel this heat bearing down at you, and it kind of fizzles in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, well, after Elados, it is going to be this creature, which, thanks to your successful taunting,
Yes.
Jules, it is going to charge directly at you.
this is great. This is fine. I have 7 hit points. I'm good.
And-
Oh god.
Oh, I thought that's at 17.
It does not.
Okay, so charging forth, it comes up to you and will swing its mighty sword. I apologize. He's in
He's in
mode,
feast mode.
Still?
He never
Which
had
is-
another check. Yeah.
which is great because the first thing he rolled was a natural 1.
Oh, cool.
The second one is unfortunately an 18.
That's definitely a hit.
That is
Oh, God.
probably gonna be a hit. So,
I do have an advanced fishing pole.
is it equipped?
No,
Equipped.
but it gives me like -10 damage.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Take 30 then. No.
Oh,
Unfortunately, though, you did take 10 points of damage.
that does bring me down to 0.
Yes. As both you and the horse you rode in on are both slammed to the ground.
Damn.
Yes, with searing pain.
Did he kill the horse too?
Yes. Unfortunately, the horse has famished.
As I fall, I say, "Spat you later."
And he just... terrible!
It kills you extra.
Okay, Cranston.
Do not worry about me. I'm looking hale and hearty with both of my hit points.
There's really not. Did you hit him with the frost?
Not this time, no.
What'd you do?
I tried to cast some magic and it failed.
Oh, okay.
The one thing that I do, I failed.
I guess I shall move in and attack then. Again. Oop. So that's going to be a 9, and then I will disengage.
Ooh, you get advantage though because he is. Oh no, sorry. Unfortunately, he is down.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then I will disengage and move 2 times away from him.
Okay. All right. So after you, Cranston, we are gonna go to Holsteena. So, Lady Knight Holsteena, I need you to give me a grace check because you are riding hard through the woods.
Yeah, 21.
21? Okay. Now, your intent is not to turn back at this point. You are trying to ride to the town.
Yeah.
Riding hard, you will see the town ahead of you. You know that you've kind of left a chunk because you can move 3 times. They can only move 2. You've already ahead. So you are moving ahead of these guys. You do end up coming to the town.
I'm like, as I'm riding in, I'm shouting, "To arms! They're coming to kill you! Get weapons!"
So what you see is that at this point, people have kind of gone back to work. That the people are working. So you'll ride into town. You'll see Supervisor Horst there. He's still in Wendy's with Oldman Gary, and they'll come out and say, what's happening? You did before, amidst all of the people, see other supervisors kind of milling about. You don't see any of them anymore.
I'm going to say the Inquisition is coming to raze this town to the ground. Women and children need to hide, and all people able to fight need to come to the front of town.
So, you say all that. Oldman Gary looks at you and says, What do you mean?
There's no time to discuss it. You have to move now.
And then the manager Horst comes forward and says, There's no way I would have been notified. And
They're literally coming right now.
you hear horsemen riding behind you.
Oh my god.
Cutting back over to this side, you two, starting off with Jules, can you please give me a death save?
Okay.
Mostly what we're looking for is to see if you can get
19.
19? Okay,
I did
excellent.
good. I did good.
You did. And after you, Elados, you are up.
Oh, I'm going to blast this man with ice magic. But first I'm going to say, you are not fresh at all. You deserve to be frozen.
Okay.
And I will throw more ice at him. I'm going to use this one this time. I think that'll do it. Does a 22 hit?
Just barely, but yes.
Ooh, nice. That is 9 damage.
9, okay. So, that's really good. So 9, okay. That's awesome. Because you will send out what energy you have. You will see that this one, through coming close to famishing door, anyway, close to famishment, you send out as much energy as you can, and this ice will waft over the bacon Torah.
That's bad.
And you'll see that all of the meat begins to sizzling stop. It begins to cool down.
That's good.
You are frozen, bitch.
And you see, as you say that, he did stop, and then he is going to stand upright, and you're going to see the meat that's on him begin to just kind of like slough off. As well as he turns towards you, he's going to cough, and you will see satiation pour out of this 3-slotted, completely covering his face helmet. And he's going to look at you and say, I will not die to a heretic. Freeze me now, and I will refresh. And Then he is going to move towards you.
I take my attack of opportunity while I sleep.
I was going to say you were dead.
Okay. And moving towards you now. Oh, yeah, you moved away from him, didn't you? Yes. That hit is going to be a 13.
This will hit me, yes.
This will hit you.
Don't do that. I'm only wearing a tinfoil robe.
So this one does
nothing underneath.
5 points of damage, which...
Good.
Are you still up?
I mean, is
Yeah.
2 more than 5?
Do some math here. Unfortunately, yes. So he will smack you down once more, and you'll see that kind of much like you remember doing with burgers, he will kind of just flatten you
Oh, no.
with a little bit of sizzle. And then he is going to turn towards you, Cranston, and you will see he is going to rip off a hunk of remaining meat. And he
remaining. Okay.
He will crush some of it and throw it at you.
That's rude.
Food fight!
Although he only gets a 10 on that one.
Nice.
16.
So you're able to whisk it away.
You know what I just thought of? You know what's on the bottom of this guy's shoes?
Ground beef, god damn it.
Thank you.
All right. So after he throws that, he was standing pretty steady, but you could see now and here he is breathing very heavily. What are you going to do, Cranston?
Well, he has taken down 2 of my compatriots. I shall again run forward and strike him. Big oops.
Oh. Ooh, that's a big oops.
So
It's very bad timing for that.
Charge forward. You are not on horse, if I remember
Nope.
right. So you go to
Horse is
swing at him, and he just backhands your whisk away from you. And he looks down and says, "Why do you heretics always think you can win?"
I'm not responding to him.
Okay.
I'm going to move away.
I'm not talking
All
about
right, and then so you
Grab
sweep
and go
in,
and move.
sweep out.
Yep.
Okay. Lady... Actually, we're going to hold off on you for a moment, Lady Knight Holsteena. Cranston, he's going to come attack you.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay. So that's a 4.
So I can
Yeah.
move just for numbers.
Oh,
I
wait.
can move twice away from him.
You can move twice.
He would have to take 2 moves. If he doesn't have a grab and go, he cannot catch me.
You are correct. Thank you. So, you'll see that he doesn't have any more beef. So, yes. So, he will move up to you.
What is remaining? A suit of armor?
Suit of armor,
Okay.
yeah. So, suit of armor remaining very, very heavy, dark brown.
Is he still 9 feet tall?
Yeah, he's still...
Oh.
Actually, he's 8 foot and like 10 inches. The beef added a little bit.
That's funny.
Yes.
I like that joke.
It's beef risers.
Yeah. Okay, so then I think what he is going to do is have to, he's gonna have to move up to you. So he moves up to you. Now, he does end his movement, so you need to give me an Arcana check.
That will be a 16.
That's enough, so you'll take half damage, which is only 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And now, it is your turn.
I shall strike him with the whisk. Nope. That's 10 and move away from him.
Okay. Now, he seems to be getting angry at this. He is going to take his frying, his spatula, and he is going to throw it at you.
Okay.
And gets a 3.
Okay.
He wings the spatula at you, sticks into a tree about 10 feet behind you, begins to sear it as the heat then begins to dissipate, and he is going to move up to you. Please give me another...
Is he-
Oh,
he
no,
can
he's
move
one
right?
range band away.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay. I look back at the spatula and I hurl my whisk at him.
Ooh.
Big oops.
A big... Oops. Oh.
You rolled another one?
Yep.
Okay.
Oof. So you throw your whisk, and unfortunately, it whizzes right past him. And are you then again?
Oh, I'm moving 2 bands away, or 1 band away, because either one will keep me out of his range unless he moves full speed. No, I'll move 2 bands away. But in the process, going past that spatula, is there heat coming off of the spatula? Do I feel as I run by it that I can grab it or not?
Oh, you could grab it by the handle,
no,
yeah.
Do I feel that the heat from the handle as I put my hand out real quickly?
The handle is cool to the touch.
I will pull the spatula if I can.
Yeah, you could certainly go ahead. So you pull the spatula out. You are running on pure adrenaline right now. You run up.
I am pulling him away from my friends.
Put a boot onto the tree and pull that out. Because I forgot to have you guys do it, can you both give me death saves right now?
I rolled mine.
What'd you get?
I got the big oops.
Oh no. Okay, so that's 2 failures for you.
Yes.
I got 1 failure just
got
now.
one
I had 1
failure.
success earlier and
Okay.
then 1 failure now.
Excellent. Okay. Lady Knight Holsteena, we will still hold off on you right now. We are at
Him again.
Now, he is a bit away from you, so he is going to look at you and say, "Cowards, heretics, you run. You think that you can wield my weapon. Well, let's see what... Let's show you that I don't need a traditional weapon." And he is going to move over to a tree. He is going to reach up and break a large branch off, and he is going to throw that at you, much like a spear.
Okay. So I'm getting a fry thrown at me.
Yes.
How'd you do?
You got a 3 again.
No.
Huh.
So this is just 2.
This is an
What's your hit points right now? What's your
10.
10? This is 2, beaten warriors flinging attacks
You're
at
both
one
really
another.
tired. You're like,
But he is breathing very heavily. Okay, so you have the spatula in hand. What are you gonna do?
I am going to hold it to the side and I shall hurl a toothpick at it. That is a 14.
That's a hit.
There we go.
4 points of damage.
4 points.
tides
Okay.
are turning.
So he is going to be supremely angry that he missed that. This hulking person just begins to charge at you in anger. You, taking your toothpick, using every bit of strength you have and focus, line up and wing it, and it goes directly through a little slat in his helmet.
Slay.
And he will stumble and then take another step towards you. It says, "When I famish." Take another step. I refresh. And he takes another step. Order of the beef cannot be stopped. And he takes another step and then falls to a knee.
Okay.
Do you say anything to him?
Not yet.
Okay. And he starts to fall to the ground.
Okay. So I will run up with the spatula and I will behead him.
Ooh. Quietly?
No.
Okay.
I will raise it and thunk it off and then with the spatula split it into the woods.
Yeah, so you come by, you slash with that spatula, the searing blade will cauterize the head, and you are able to then pick it up and smack it into the woods. The body rides there for a moment in some death throes, and then we will look back to these two. Jules, go ahead and give me a death save.
What was that, a 4?
Yeah.
A 4 is a fail, so that's 2 failures.
Elados, you just need a 10.
Ooh.
That's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay, so
Is that your third one?
Yep.
this is what happens. We cut over quickly to Lady Knight Holsteena. You have told the town this. The manager, Horst, doesn't seem to believe you. He seems frantic even, like that can't be. And that's when out of the tree line and out of the road will ride several of them. You don't see all of them, but several of them. And you will see, they say, by the order of Queen Wendy, this town has been corrupted by the freeze and will burn because of it. And you see he reaches into the pouch that he has.
I forgot about that.
And he pulls out what looks like a handful of little sauce containers. And he wings them at the nearest building. And as they splat and this orange liquid kind of comes out of it, as soon as it hits the air, you'll see a couple sparks and it will ignite, catching the building on fire. Cutting back over to the scene here, Cranston.
I race as fast as I can back to my compatriots. I will begin by Jules. I should stabilize him.
Yes. So, Jules, you wake up to Cranston giving you some shakes, a little bit of food, and then you both look over at Elados.
My friend, wake.
You don't
You
see
must wake.
his chest rising.
Damn it.
Elados,
Begin to give him frosty resuscitation.
Elados, you're in a dark place. You're standing there. And then a fog begins to coalesce. And it's a very similar feeling to before. Standing before you is a figure. It's you, made of ice. The same one you saw before. And it looks at you, and you're staring at one another for a moment. And then you see that it begins to walk towards you, and it says, "You have famished. That's not right. You've got more to do. If you just say okay, I can bring you back this time. But you'll be a little bit more of me."
Okay.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Yay!
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Seegson Employees of the Month, FS, Michael H., Michael P., and our Breaker of Seals, the Jones, Frank H., Christopher C., Matthew K., and the Lab. Trademarked. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.